morning. Today we have a huge task in front of us. We need to get this up there, and I'm going to show you why we have to get up there. Let's go. Coming up through here, I'm going to have to take these trees down, and then we're going to be coming up and just follow the ribbons. Not only have to make one trip up and down this, I'm going to have to make hundreds. So this is the back part of my property. The first portion of it is completely flat, perfect. Everything back here is on a hill, and it's kind of like in two stages. I'll show you that in a minute. So this is the first stage. It comes up onto a bit of a plateau, and then there's a bit of an old road that comes across. If you've seen some of the older videos where I have a camera set up, that's up here. And one of the big reasons I'm doing this, we have to get this cleaned up in here. It is a disaster. For one reason, forest fires. If a fire were to ever come through here, man, it'd be a disaster. So if I can get in here and clean all this up and get rid of all of this stuff, let the evergreen trees, just go, it's going to be a healthy forest. And then all the floor, once you clean up all this stuff, all the floor will thrive again. And I have a lot of dead trees in here because most of this stuff is going to go to firewood. It's already dead. If there's some logs that I can get, I'll definitely use those for the mill, but the rest will be firewood. And a lot of the property up here, it's birch, spruce, and Douglas fir. Let's keep walking, and I'll show you what I got up to yesterday. Here's a good example. There's a dead birch tree. There's a dead evergreen. There's another dead. So I believe that's a Douglas fir. And then the one behind it, it's dead too. See the big birch limb hanging in the trees? That's the stuff that'll take you out. There's the ribbons, so I come up here, and we're gonna head over here. It's hard to tell in the camera, but there's a ton of dead trees in here. Here's a good example. I cut into him yesterday. There's a good one. There's another dead tree. Another dead tree. Another dead tree. A lot of this stuff that's laying on the ground probably won't be too good. But if there's anything good in it, we're definitely going to use it. If not, we're going to have a bonfire up here. Not a day job. This is not a week job. This is a year's job. This will take me years. My goal is right now to get up here, start burning some of this stuff, and making this area thrive a little bit. And it's pretty hard to tell today. I have a wicked view of all the mountains around here. I want to make a nice trail up here, and then I'm going to have a walking trail. I'm going to have maybe a fire pit, a couple of nice benches. What a beautiful place just to come up and sit. Today's big challenge is get to this point. Okay, well, we got the trail cleared up to the fire and a little bit past. Two trees in the way. Have a look. Now they're behind these birch, which don't look very healthy, which is a little concerning to me. The only good thing is they're leaning this way, and I'll be on the other side. Now, I'm gonna cut the little one, notch it and get it ready, and then I'm gonna do the same thing with the big one. I'm gonna cut everything up higher, and then I'll cut the stumps later, but they're gonna have to come down together. My other GoPro. It worked pretty good. Get this stump out, get something kind of just so I can drive up here tomorrow. And tomorrow morning all we have to do is maybe just move that brush over a few logs and then we're golden. and then we got to go hook up our stuff and haul a log out of here and see if it works. Fingers crossed. Anyway guys, oh my god, I've never just like, come on. I can't believe how stubborn this thing is. Game changer. We're at the top of the property. Where I left the spruce boughs was a good decision, because when I come off of the spruce boughs right here, I'll show you. You'll see it in the video. When I come off the spruce boughs right here, it got slick. And then I picked up a little more traction here. No problems. That is amazing. Big relief. We now have access to the full property. It's well worth the work. So let's get up there. Let's get a tree down, clean it up, get this fire going. We'll slowly let that burn. I picked this spot because it's very open. Nothing around to burn. You gotta be careful with this stuff. So we're gonna start with this one. And my plan is to take it and fall it in between this little tree and the one with the ribbon. You guys okay? Sorry about that. Didn't mean it. Glad you're okay. Hooked up, and that's that. Now I'm not convinced on this yet. I think I'm gonna have to modify this, but we'll see. And I'm being greedy, and I'm taking 2 logs. Okay, it worked. I don't think it worked as good as I wanted it to, but on the flat, when I was doing a loop down there coming back, it sucked up underneath it and worked really well. I think my idea with maybe putting a little bit of curve, this making more of a cone, I think that will definitely help and suck into the log and stay in there. So that's what we're gonna do. As you just saw, I took the logs down and I came back up and I did a little more work up here. I cut some trees, but it's now a week later. We've had a snowstorm and we're heading into a deep freeze. It's already about minus 15 Celsius, and with the wind it's minus 20 right now. I had to take a break from this because I passed my homeowner's builder exam and now I'm doing all the filing for a permit. And that is way more important because I need to get this cabin lined up for spring. So let's go down, I'll show you. This is now my priority, getting ready to file for the permits. There's a lot of work involved in this because one thing, I've never done it before, and there's a lot of hoops to get through. Oh, what's that? That is the footprint for the cabin. A lot has changed, and we'll get into that later. Now, I've had a few people ask me how the diesel heater is working and how the winter room is performing. So what I'd like to do is take a few minutes, go over there. I'll show you how the diesel heater is working, especially in these cold temperatures. It's perfect timing, and what the inside of the room looks like now and how we're making it work. So let's head over there. Last night at 11 o'clock, 12 hours ago, the level was here, and we've gone down to that much. And the diesel heater, like I said, is on the lowest settings. I think it's working fantastic. So let's go underneath and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, as you can see, it is on the lowest setting, and we are maintaining in this compartment 5 degrees. So everything under here is working good. So what I've done, I've left this lid up, all the hot air from here underneath, and the extra hose, which is down here, I just leave it on the ground. The heat comes up and goes in there. So everything is working perfect. The digital thermometer down by my well pipe shows it is at 4 degrees last night at minus 15 Celsius. So let's head inside and I'll show you how that's working out. We're settled in and everything is working excellent. The wood stove is keeping this place beyond comfortable. You know, we're really gonna find out this week. I have no doubts that we won't have any problems. So, you know, just hanging stuff up, supply of wood, stove's going, power station's little shelf, batteries for the light, and you know, Sophie's got a place, I got a chair, kettle's always on the stove, ready to go. I do 80% of my cooking on there, and I'll explain why in a second. So let's go on in here. As you can see, I have a towel right here, and that's to cover that vent. The amount of cold air that comes up through those vents is unbelievable. And also, I've covered over my fresh air intake where the furnace is, and this is where the slide is. There was a serious draft coming in there. We've blocked them off, and that's it. Up here we have the bedroom. I generally close these at night because it just gets too hot up here. With that being said, there's your typical RV bathroom. Not too bad. There's a tub, shower. You can see in there, just a tub and a shower. Good enough. Does the job. And let's come on out. And of course we have Sophie kicking back, relaxing, watching Off-Grid Adventures with T-Dog. Wow, Sophie, who's that guy? Do you know anybody over there? Okay, and as you can see, I'm just actually editing this video. I'm just getting ready to drop in the drone footage you saw. Okay guys, it is currently, I just looked, it's about minus 14, and it is minus 21 with the wind chill, and that is in Celsius. So I believe you can see this. So underneath the trailer, it is 4 degrees. I haven't even bumped up the speed yet. I'm probably going to do it tonight because we're supposed to get down to minus 25 without wind chill. So that's cold. I'm probably going to jump that up to about halfway, and we'll see. So this is it. This is where we're living until we get that cabin over there built, and it's very comfortable. There's nothing wrong with this. One of the things, a couple of things I'll tell you, if you're gonna go living in an RV, whatever you do, try not to use your stove, and I'm gonna show you why. So tonight I made some fish cakes, and look at the condensation on this window. There has been no condensation up until tonight because I used a propane stove. And there was tonight's dinner, fish cakes. That's a big thanks to Jack in Ontario. I believe that is musky. And my teapot getting ready for make some tea, to make some steep tea. Currently right now I'm running on the generator. It is a brand new generator that I just purchased from Costco over at the utility shed. We're going to be doing a tour of that very shortly. That place is awesome over there. But we have a serious generator now, and it is working flawlessly. For some reason my batteries went dead today. We just haven't had a whole lot of sun and they're just not getting the charge. If you've made it this far and you haven't subscribed, you might as well, because I'm just going to come up in your feeds anyway. And I really do appreciate everybody watching. And if you made it this far, it's even better. I really, really appreciate it. So with that being said, I'm going to go get my kettle, make my tea, and finish editing. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.